なんで君が嘘だろなんで
The creative forces behind the Shin Megami Tensei universe conjure up some more devilish temptation in their latest game, Catherine. Since its debut, the game's stylish visuals and deranged premise have turned more than a few heads, but the gameplay had been under wraps until recently. After spending some time with the demo and the full import copy, we've seen both the good and bad sides of this game's titular temptress. Catherine is a game about lust, love, and the consequences that come with each decision we make in our relationships. You play the role of a young man named Vincent. He's been in a relationship with a woman named Catherine with a K for 5 years, with the looming threats of marriage and fatherhood close on the horizon. That's when a beautiful young girl sharing nearly the same name as his girlfriend walks into his life and stirs up trouble. Vincent gives in to his desires and begins an affair with Catherine with a C, only to begin having nightmares that feel a bit too real. It's within these nightmare sequences that the action takes place. Sporting only boxers and sheep horns, Vincent must scale towers of blocks by moving them around and rearranging them to allow his ascent. This seems simple at first, but throw in a ticking clock and increasingly difficult enemies, traps, and hazards, and the trials quickly become frantically challenging. You're given 3 difficulty levels to pick from, and even on the easiest setting, which comes complete with the ability to undo actions, Catherine can be a relentless and unforgiving experience. At certain junctures within the nightmares, Vincent will have to answer questions that will affect a morality meter of sorts. Depending on what answers you give, the outcome of certain cutscenes will change, and you'll follow a path to one of several endings. You can also walk around a bar environment at times and converse with various NPCs, some of which will prompt you to answer questions that will also gauge your morality. It's not quite the social sim aspect players have become accustomed to in other Atlus games like Persona, but the game isn't so straightforward that you'll see everything in one playthrough. When you do finish the game, you'll be able to replay past stages and access competitive local multiplayer in Coliseum mode. The story element is hugely emphasized in Catherine, and a good chunk of your time will be spent watching cutscenes unfold. You can choose to skip through a lot of it, but it's the cutscenes that really give the game its personality. The visuals frequently switch between hand-drawn sequences and in-game visuals, a combination that shows just how close Japanese developers are to capturing the style and look of contemporary anime. Atlus had previously stated that there were no current plans to bring Catherine outside of Japan, but as recently announced, the game would see a localized release in North America this summer for both the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. It's proven that it can raise a few eyebrows, but only time will tell if Catherine will translate into